know oil paint can be intimidating because since Renaissance we've been seeing all these beautiful, realistic portraits from masters. But we don't have to start from that level, obviously, and we need to start from somewhere. Oil paint is actually a beautiful medium and it's very, very forgiving. It allows you time to work on your art piece. One downside could be just it requires a lot of space and it is a little bit more expensive than other mediums. But if these are not a problem for you and you want to feel encouraged to start, then here I am. You can start with me. This is my very first video. Let's learn oil painting together. By the way, if you're interested in my services, including artist coaching, you can check them out here. Today's topic is what supplies do we need as an oil paint beginner? Let's start with the paint. Paint is really important, and what I have for my very first oil painting experience is actually a very good quality oil paint, Williamsburg. They are handmade oil paints. As a beginner, you only need the main colors, red, blue, and yellow. Of course, you have to have white as well. But in this set, I also have green and burnt sienna and yellow ochre, which will be very helpful while I'm painting my portraits. Now, let's talk about brushes. I have Addies and Guys. This is my brush set. I have all these different sizes and they are synthetic. I have flat brushes like these with different sizes, and I also have the small size ones with round tops and flat tops. I don't know exact name of these brushes, so don't ask me, but I have what I need. I know that. Okay, done. Also, I'm going to show you some mediums that we have to use. Why do we need mediums? Because when the paint goes out of the tube, it looks like this. It's very thick, it's not flowy, and sometimes it's hard to paint like this. So we add oil, we dip our brushes into these oils, and then this will increase the viscosity of this paint. It's going to have a better flow. When we add more oil to our paint, it becomes fatter. And I'm going to explain what that means later in my second video, but it's important to remember because adding oil to your paint is different than adding thinners. So this is the oil that I'm using. It's linseed oil from Winsor & Newton. This one slows down the drying, but if you want a quick dry, then you can use a walnut alkyd medium that I have right here. This is going to provide a much faster drying time. It is also non-toxic, and also there is no solvent in it. It also has some gloss, so many pluses for me. Finally, I have the thinner, and for thinner, I have Gamsol Mineral Spirit. It's odorless, which is great for people like me who has asthma, but it is still toxic, guys. So you need to make sure you have good ventilation in your room, or you have to keep this liquid in a container with a lid so you won't breathe in these dangerous chemicals. We will use this mineral spirits to thin our paint so that it's going to become more lean, not fatty. And again, for second video, this is an important information. Paper is of course important. I don't want to start with a canvas. I want to start with a canvas paper because I'm a beginner and I know that I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. I'm gonna throw away a lot of paper. So this is a cheaper way to go. They are basically what the canvas is made of. When I do close up, you can see better the texture. It's exactly like a canvas. It has to say textured finish, and I have the sizes here, and it's 115 and it's 187 grams and 10 sheets. Not bad to start. But if you want to start with canvas from the get-go, then you can pick one of these. Store-bought canvases come primed, guys. What does that mean? So if you have no idea what it is, they usually cover the whole linen with white acrylic or a similar medium so that it's prepared to be painted on. Otherwise, it's going to, I guess, soak up all the paint. It's not going to stay on the paper. And you can see the texture here. It's perfect. And if you want to paint on these, you can buy from store. They're going to be more expensive, but you can play around and see. And the palette, so this pad is a palette pad. I don't know how to pronounce palette, obviously, but palette pads are perfect for beginners because what you do is just basically when you're done, you don't have to clean it, you just toss it away. It's pretty sturdy and it's also very shiny, so you won't have any problems mixing your paint. it's not going to soak up your paint into the paper. And it is easy to hold. I'll show you 2 different ways to hold it. You can either hold like this, or you can actually have some support from your body and hold it like this. So there are 2 different ways, even actually 3 different ways to hold this palette. It's amazing. For beginners, I highly recommend using this. So till next week, get your all materials ready. We will start painting. Next week, I will be talking about the initial process. How should we be preparing for our painting and what we should know before we start. See you in my next video. Bye.